Yeah, all right, woo.
And this was EG after day one, right? Post the day one EG blues.
I haven't a clue, matey.
Matey.
So we'll 2x our draft. You can see the plants are moving nice and quick.
So who's that band? Can we guess it?
Io?
Enchantress.
Chen.
I don't know why we're guessing. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
you don't
genuinely asking.
need to find
Are
out.
the bands bugged?
Yikes.
Uh-oh. How can we
Should we just skip
analyze
the
this
draft and get
draft?
into the game?
Yeah.
Should we skip ahead and see if the
skip
draft
this garbage?
Give
Is
it a
it
little.
because it's on 2x speed?
5 seconds
What happens if you slow it down?
What is it? 2 times speed. Fine. Let's see if the picks come up, though.
Yeah, let's see if the picks come out. Give us a 4x to the picks.
Zoom.
Zip, zip, zoop. Or an 8x. Is 4 as high as it goes? Yeah, let's crank
16,
it.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
She gotta take
I
it.
love
Captain.
this pick.
Okay,
This
so
first pick is great for EG. Terrific. The 2 last bands actually do show up. All right.
okay, Leshrac. So it looks like we're getting some picks now. That's something.
Jay Leno's back in the house. Glad to see it.
Is that a chin joke?
Yep.
That's always a chin joke.
That's the. Well, he
First
has a lot of
time-
cars too. So I
First
wasn't-
time I saw. Yeah.
Now, come on.
What is that? The
If it's ever a Jay Leno joke, it's always the chin joke.
Yeah, why
Stand-up
would somebody-
comedian,
I mean,
PC, safe.
but how does that not look like Jay Leno as a goat?
I thought it was Abe Lincoln. That's what I see. I still
Abe
see that
Lincoln.
shirt. Remember that shirt? They sold it at. That must have been some TI trivia. Which one did they
Okay.
sell? The Abe Lincoln Leshrac.
I mean, that is one here that I would love to see. I mean, you guys saw the cosmetics today, right?
Oh, we're going to talk about that in our closing show after this game. We're
Okay.
going to take a look at the cosmetics. I
There's-
want to catch your
Nice.
review live here.
There's some. I got to make a video on it, but that's some League of Legends type stuff.
Okay.
I'm not against it because I loved Han. Like, I don't care.
They're going to say because I love League of
You
Legends.
can, you can change all that stuff you want. Like, we could get to a point now where we can just put a top hat on Lesh, so we can actually get Abe Lincoln.
You want a top hat. That's the
Yeah.
level. You say, fuck the lore. We're over
All
it.
right, let's be
What
real
if they
here.
put a top hat on Centaur? Yay or nay?
Of course,
Sure,
top
why
hats
not?
on everybody.
Top
are great.
hats on everyone.
But let's be honest here. I'm not talking about model quality, like because there's some heroes that the model quality just aren't great. Like who's the one everybody complains about these days?
It was Zeus, and now I don't know who
not
the next
okay.
one
Well,
is.
I mean, Wind Ranger. Everyone complains
Yeah,
about
Wind Ranger, not the greatest. But I'm talking about the way that the way that the hero looks in general.
Like
not the-
Slardar and Viper and SF all got remade, right?
Well, like
Right.
Morana's face? Is that what you're talking
I think
about?
Leshrac is the dumbest looking hero in the game. Without
Why? He looks
cosmetics.
cool.
You think that looks cool?
That looks cool.
It's a dumb idea.
You're done.
It's a goat.
What's wrong with goats?
Except it's not even a cool goat.
It's a disco.
But he's
goat.
based off of the Keeper of the Grove from Warcraft lore, and they were like, well, we can't rip this off anymore, so we got to come up with our own
Not
shit,
gonna
so
lie.
we made a space goat.
They dropped the ball on this one, guys.
I disagree.
Keeper of the Grove was amazing.
Well, yeah.
Keeper of the Grove didn't have a disco
How
ball
can you
form.
like Centaur but dislike Lesh? They're like from the same family.
Well, Centaur, his only issue is that his base cosmetics come with teal color.
5
This
seconds
turquoise
remaining.
just doesn't fit him. And you'll notice that every cosmetic that gets into the game covers that up, and it's on purpose because it's a horrible color. Just saying.
I didn't realize that was the problem with Centaur. It was the turquoise.
That's new to me. I'm behind it, though. I'm getting on this bandwagon now.
Dude, I could talk about cosmetics all day long, not going to lie.
I stand by Leshrac being cool.
Okay. Well, we got a Tusk. I think Tusk is pretty cool. He's one of my favorite heroes
Yeah,
to watch.
Tusk is a good one.
And
Tusk is cool.
okay, so it was not a Chen in those early bands. Makes it all the way to third pick for EG, 6th overall.
Let's
That's
stick with a
surprising.
cosmetic theme here, Zara, because we want to really give people a little taste of what's to come
Now,
later on.
the Chen mount.
Seconds remaining.
Gorilla.
Yes, I like
That's the
gorilla.
number one in the game.
I love
It's
it.
cool.
Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Gareth?
Yeah, for sure.
It
It looked
reminds
like
me
you
of
were
Han.
hesitant at
No, no, no.
first.
I was thinking about the last game of Chen I
mean-
played, and the only reason I played it was because the mount had just come out.
Do you
Okay.
not see Kongor when you look at that mount?
Yeah,
because
I
I
do.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I'm ready to pick
You know
up
who
some
else
bananas.
I see, Kongor?
What, Roche?
5
Axe.
seconds remaining.
Axe.
The
Axe.
bare-fisted axe looks like a gorilla to me.
He's-
I feel like they
no.
could have made him a gorilla, actually.
I can see that. I kind of agree.
I've been
Ora-
meaning to ask
orangutan
you,
axe?
by the way, Suns fan, what's the deal with finger lore in Dota? If you zoom in on the fingers,
Yeah.
some humanoids have 4 fingers, some of them have 5 fingers, and
Is
it
it-
seems that some creatures, like your boy Lesh there, only has 3 fingers.
Do I look like Slacks to you? Do you think I care about lore at all?
Well, I wasn't sure if you had some inside information, because the cosmetics changed the finger game.
I mean, even look at this claw on Sand King.
Well,
he actually has a thumb. You can
He's
see
an
it.
anomaly.
Technically, it's a
That's
thumb
just a
type.
chip.
So, but, I mean, like,
Is it just a chip?
His other one doesn't have one, so that's a
true.
chip.
Gary, you got anything on this finger theory? I'm really working on
I'm,
something.
I'm wondering, no, so The Simpsons has a similar thing. 90% of the characters in The Simpsons only have the 4 fingers,
Yeah.
right? And some of them have 5 if they're based on like a real-life character or something.
Oh, really?
No way, dude.
I'm wondering if Dota's the same.
Dude,
Yeah, so
this
Jay
is
Leno.
a conspiracy theory.
Jay Leno
Something
is based,
funky's going on.
or Leshrac is based off of Jay Leno,
Nice.
but only 4 fingers.
Ooh.
So,
Wait, I thought you said 3.
busted.
do we know if Jay Leno has 5 fingers?
Do we know if Jay Leno's a real person?
I'm pretty sure he's got 5
Could be an
fingers. He spent like 100 years on camera.
That doesn't.
doesn't
doesn't
prosthetics exist?
That's true. There's CGI.
There's CGI.
Yeah, they had CGI in the 70s. I'll tell you what, Suns fan. I saw that Star Wars Christmas special. It looked real.
With the direction of this conversation, I don't think any of you are real.
So how
It's all
about
a simulation.
First Sven of the day, boys, huh? Pretty exciting.
Oh, we love Sven.
Boo,
I sure do.
Sven.
Earth Spirit, another exciting one. Man, all my favorites are in this game. Leshrac,
Not Dazzle.
Lifestealer,
E.g.
Or
Fourth-
Dazzle.
Chen. Oh, that's true. I like Dazzle.
E.g.
Maybe they'll
forcing
pick him here.
Lifestealer again.
5 seconds remaining.
Sure, why not?
How much
So
have you seen of Dazzle mid?
a little bit.
I feel like I had a small resurgence. I'm talking about like Dota 1, it was very common for mid. And then
Really?
suddenly.
Very common?
Yeah, it's
I
very
don't
common.
know about
Lich
that.
mid, Lion mid, Dazzle mid. Those are very common, Dota 1.
E.T.
Rasta,
mid.
dude.
This
Rasta.
is like 15 years ago, by the way.
Yeah, Rasta, dude.
I mean, there was that period where, you know, like Matuma Man and those kind of guys were playing the Dazzle mid, right?
Yeah, I
For a solid, like, 2
I
months.
feel like it was pretty
Choose your
underwhelming.
hero.
Yeah.
Even when
Well, it was when his...
It peaks really early. I think it's better than a lot of people give it credit for. You need Necrobook. It seems that's fallen out of favor a little.
His ult did get nerfed, right? The CDR got nerfed pretty
Yeah.
heavily.
You
Because
need
when
to-
that first came out, you could just buy Necro 1 and pump it.
I think it can work in games like we saw earlier where you have that side lane Lifestealer and you have a safe lane Slark, so you have late game on lockdown, so this Dazzle can dominate early and then kind of
5
transition
seconds
into this super
remaining.
farm support. Those are the situations where it
Why
works.
the fuck are we talking about Dazzle?
I don't know. He brought it up.
I'd love to talk more
And
about that.
I got triggered.
I don't know how you got
I want to talk about this mountain. This is so
All
sick.
right.
Same!
What if you could purchase a mount that's another hero? What if that could be Axe you're riding?
What? That would be so fucking confusing.
Midas mode?
I'm
Hello?
sorry. Did you see the new sets? You don't think those are confusing?
Can you
Oh,
do that
yeah,
in
but
Midas mode? Can you turn Chen's mount into an axe?
If somebody wants to purchase them for only $1,250,
Sick.
absolutely. We can
That'd
turn
be
Shen's
pretty
mount
funny.
into a Axe
That
himself.
might be a steal, honestly.
That would be
Well,
the
somebody
funniest
bought
thing.
Ancient Apparition and turned him into an ice cream cone. Did you
Yeah.
see that, Gary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
I
that a lot.
saw the ESL Kunkka Bro as well.
I was surprised that the AA one was so PC. I thought people buying that shit would really go like cynical with it or try to flame people. Somebody just bought it and said, I want him to be an ice cream.
Well, that's an old meme.
That's wholesome.
People love that.
I know, but it's still just like somebody actually paid
Can
to bring
I
that to life.
can I admit something live on stream right now?
Go ahead.
Yes.
You know the Axe one that we made? I
Yeah.
still don't understand what that is.
What do you mean what it is?
That was a
I
meme?
don't understand that meme at all.
The guy in the
diaper one?
bandana dancing.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Oh, the Milo one?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know who
Ricardo?
that is. I've never seen the meme. I don't get it.
Oh,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You're just out of the loop.
Don't you know what Axe was based off of?
The hero?
No,
No, the
you're
Midas
that
the
was
Midas
purchased for Midas mode.
Oh, no.
with
I
the
don't know.
bandana.
No.
I
You
have
never
no idea
seen-
what that is. No.
Well.
Somebody showed it to me. I'm like, I've never seen this in my life. I feel like
Wow.
I'm living on another planet.
You know, that's a really cool story. You have any others like it where you didn't get a joke and then it just ended?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
I don't
for
even
now.
know how to explain it. You just,
It's just a thing.
It's just a thing.
That's on the internet.
it's just a thing.
That's
It's like,
it's a meme.
It's
Now,
like-
what
it's-
is Vape Nation?
Yo, let me tell you right now.
oh wait,
So what do we
Oh,
have here?
miss-
Looks
missed
like
the roll.
Yang is playing Centaur. He's in the middle. We got a real skirmish here,
Oh,
actually.
we
They're going to
love
drop
this.
a stun. Fly getting a little bit low. Now a stun back the other way. It's a straight mid-wars battle here, Suns fan.
Why'd you say my name?
Well, because that's a cue for you to take over the play-by-play and continue
Oh,
the
okay.
hype.
They're running away. Oh my God, they ran away.
All right, the
Holy
fight ended
Jesus!
because
I
you
don't
waited.
believe what I'm seeing.
All right. Well,
Like-
0-0.
Like the amount of mind games involved in like 5 heroes versus 5 in mid is sick, right? Like Centaur's going to get retaliate stacks from tower, baiting with the rest of his team behind. EG's looking for people looking for wards.
Dude, that was
And it
5
ends up with
heroes
a
mid.
5v5.
That was sick, and you
Oh,
were just sitting there like a plant. What are you doing, man?
Shannon knew that no one was gonna die.
Chipotle.
Oh, I see. It was the next level.
I have
play.
not
Ahead of
seen
the
this,
curve.
by the way. Just
I
to
have
be
not
clear.
seen this either.
Me neither. Oh no, I have.
I knew it. I knew good. I can always tell. when
Don't
he's lying.
admit that.
Someone's got to sit in the Z Freak chair and do it. I saw this. Wait, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. Wait, I'm not sure.
Hang on.
Okay, I
no,
definitely
it's
did
this
see
chair.
it.
It's this chair that's doing it to people.
What do you guys think of these custom creeps? By the way?
I hate them. They're too big.
I don't like it.
I love them.
No, so I like them. I like the design, but they're too big. Like they trigger my cursor.
Oh, so the hitboxes.
The hit, yeah.
Interesting. 'Cause I thought
Wait a
the
second. Oh,
basic
wait a second.
initiation
DY?
here-
This is a straight 3v3 down bottom. Warlock, pretty good in these scenarios. He's got Fatal Bonds, Sunsfan. However, it will be Arteezy that falls first. Fade draws the first blood.
Thank you, Zay. I
Back
love
to
the
you,
team
Suns
fights
fan.
just ending with Suns fan. Yes, very good. Good to see it.
We got to get some branding. I see you wore your Phoenix
The
shirt.
Suns fan announcer pack turned into the Gabe Newell announcer pack, so why not?
Wait, you had an announcer pack?
No, don't you remember at Captain's Draft where I used to make jokes? The
Oh,
Suns
that was
fan
a
announcer
long time
pack?
ago.
Oh,
Thank you for
my God.
purchasing all those jokes.
I
went to the
forgot. Why
Gabe
didn't we ever
Newell
bring that
announcer
to
pack.
life?
Because Gabe Newell made an announcer pack.
The ultimate sellout. Thank you for purchasing the Gabe Newell announcer pack.
Good times.
Oh.
The old memes that were never brought to life. So what's going on in this tri-lane, gang? Chen's a tri-lane hero now, or what's going on with that?
I mean, EG are being forced to defend their lifesteal as best they can.
Okay.
I'm surprised they're rolling in. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
I
think they can do
VG
anything.
are too. They were like, all right, I'm okay with that.
3 kills for Vici. So this is a lot of the top teams
I
have
mean,
been
like
noticing. They like to get behind early.
But I feel like in that kind of situation, like if you don't roll in, the enemy's going to go on you, and you'd rather Earth Spirit dies and has them like have them expend mana on the Earth Spirit than your Life Stealer, right? So I
Sure.
feel like it's like a calculated death.
Okay.
So it's
Just to, like-
calculated in the sense that you've already figured out you're going to lose the fight no matter what.
Well,
so you
like-
start it off and make them kill the target that you want to die.
Well, like they sink their mana and their cooldowns into that target that you don't mind as much as Life Stealer dying.
okay.
Well, here's the issue with that. They still have enough mana to do it again, and by the
Sure.
time they die and they come back, they'll have enough mana to do it again. So I don't really know if it's truly value. Like the problem is they don't do anything here. Like level 1 Chen, not really gonna do anything. Earth Spirit, you roll in, it's over.
But it's like 20-30 seconds where Life Stealer's uncontested farming, or at least he's not under threat to die farming creeps, right?
I guess. I mean the thing that's really killing them right now is tag team.
Yeah.
Tag team stun. That's actually all it is.
It's so ridiculous in these 3v3 scenarios. Although I have a TP out. Where's this Earth Spear going? Up top? Down mid? Oh, looking for an attempt here. Nice kick. Decent setup into the stun. They got the damage. Suns fan.
And the high five to boot. I do like watching Sumail.
So what is
feel
it
like
about
he-
his Lash?
I don't know. He's just. I mean, in general, Sumail's just a very flashy player, and he makes Lesh seem like he's fun. And then you play it, and you're like, oh wait, this is not a fun.
How's it not a fun hero? This is like one of the most fun
No,
mid
He's got a
heroes.
skill shot. He pushes towers.
he's a goat.
You know why he's fun? It's because
Move speed
the
talent.
the way you itemize him, you feel invincible. Even though you're not, but you feel
Yeah.
like you're invincible.
Yeah, like Sumail pushes heroes to the limits, right? Like he toes that line so well. And Lesh is a hero that super squishy, but the damage output you get is insane.
That's for sure. And you get so much value if you can go for like a greedy build of like Yule's like kind of first.
Like
It-
Yule's like he loved the Yule's
Yeah.
travels movement. Is it 35 move speed talent as well? And you just zoom around.
Yeah.
No one
Okay,
can catch
I'm
you.
not gonna lie. I actually do like Leshrac. I just don't like him because his Ags is really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it?
So
It's
now
just
we're getting to the
Axe
root of
playlist.
it.
Is it the single lightning storm
Yes.
crap? Yeah.
It's
real
awful.
bad.
Yeah, of the intelligence heroes, he's definitely among the more fun ones.
But I think in this game he doesn't go the move speed talent. He goes the strength talent.
I'm curious, Suns fan, who's your favorite player to watch? Like all-time favorite player. When you're looking at TI, you're like, that's my boy.
Is it me?
Before it was No Tail. This was when he was playing core though.
Okay.
Now I would say it's probably Yapster or Zai.
All right. I would say mid one. That was my answer earlier, and I'm sticking by it. I'm a
What's
mid
the-
one fan.
mid one.
What's the question?
Most fun
Favorite
hero-
player to watch.
Yeah.
To watch.
To watch for what? Like to watch
Well,
for entertainment
you could
purpose
say
or for
Envy, I guess.
learning? That's the thing. Like for entertainment.
No,
or
that's
for,
I mean just
or
like
for
most
learning?
interest. You know, you look at TI and you're like, okay, I can only watch 5 games this TI. This is the player I really want to see that I
Thompson.
enjoy.
I'd
most.
watch Thompson then.
Okay,
without
that's a
shadow
good
of a
answer.
doubt.
Yosin, what do you got?
Damn, Thompson is a good answer.
I know, right?
The thing is, it's so hard because there's like, for me, there's basically like one player on every team that I would pick. You know what I mean? Everyone has
Yeah.
that one player that just like does shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what every team needs, a do shit player.
A true statement, but a lame answer.
All right, yeah, I'll come
Sitting
back.
on that fence.
Get back to me on,
gonna
on
circle
that
back?
in,
All right,
in, a
cool.
minute. I'll think about it.
All right, sounds good. So how about this top lane? Did we look at that at all? Some Sand King Centaur action. Wow, real snoozer. All right, back to bottom.
All right, I
How
got
dare
it.
you?
I actually got it. After watching the qualifiers, my favorite player to watch is whenever they give Snake King Axe.
Really?
Yeah.
That's oddly specific.
Every time I watch him play and he's on Axe, he just owns. Like 3-man call, 4-man call.
I mean, Axe is very fun to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
Seb playing Axe last year in TI, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That's some of the best games I've watched for sure. Oh, very early Veil for S4.
Does S4 have a massive stack for himself as well?
Great
Try to go
stun
on
into
him.
the Stampede. Look at this Earth Spirit. He's just waiting. Crit. He's got his calculator out.
Oh, there's a hasted Lesh in my lane.
Has arrived.
Hello.
Well, not getting away from that one. So Nail's like, anybody else want to party? Let's do this thing.
He needs to hit the creps.
And moments like that, you actually just feel like a god on Lesh.
You know that Sumail called himself the GOAT?
Like,
He's
greatest of all time.
Yeah.
He's playing a GOAT.
He called himself the greatest of all time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When?
Always.
Like 3 years ago.
Always. I like that.
After DAC.
He's a cocky young man. Sometimes you just got to be that way.
Are you that way, son?
No. I'm self-deprecating, so that's the opposite. of that.
You need it for tier 1 competition of any sort.
What
Do
levels?
you? Look at GH. Humble as ever. Want a TI?
That's true, yeah. But
Why?
Okay. I would argue he's sort of an anomaly, though. I don't think he's like
The exception
average.
that
He's
proves-
exceptionally nice and
But that's
humble.
one player on the
That's-
team.
I mean, it's
right?
true.
You
Well,
need a cocky player on
The
your team.
thing, well,
That's also
here's the
true.
thing though. You would never know unless they really tell you the truth, right?
That's
like
also true.
Deep down inside, GH could be like, you know, man, this guy sucks.
There are definitely
course.
people out there that are very good at saying the right things to cameras. Let's put it that way. In all aspects of life. So you wouldn't know. That's a good point. Down bottom, what do we got?
Nice
save.
save.
I feel like this is a
Beautiful
really
snowball.
clumpy game so far.
I mean,
Haven't been a lot of kills, but a lot of just like grouped up movements.
Like, imagine you're Vici right now. Your Sven has 30 CS. You've lost top tier 1 after your Centaur died because they pushed with the catapult wave. Now they're diving your mid tier 1. Your Medusa can't farm anywhere. You're just crying into your hands.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough. The laning phase is just really good for EG right now.
Sand King is like stupid farmed right now.
It's such a weird thing to say as well when they had Chen Earth Spirit Lifestealer Troy lane
And
against
done dying.
like they've done so well with crit
I-
rotations.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they was just calculated.
GG smart.
Well, they'll lose fly there. What do Vici have going for them right now? Is that Deuce is not really
got
doing
Centaur.
that great? Yeah, they kind of got Centaur.
I mean, they have that like 25, 30-minute window when Medusa's ready to go and just push tier 1s, tier 2s, maybe shove high ground, take Roshan.
I think it might take a little longer with this lineup.
Yeah, because they got Sven
'Cause they have
soaking
Sven.
jungle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've always got that Warlock option, right? That's what I see that Vici lineup, and late game, mid game team fight is pretty nasty.
Warlock into Dusa, into Sven right click. Not bad.
Yeah, they've got massive
Of course, you
burst.
do have counter initiation with Sand King on the opposed and Earth Spirit.
Yeah, it's not that EG don't have team fight, but there's something about that golem, like, they've got the turn, you know?
I think the more important thing is EG is just gonna jump Warlock. Like he's not gonna be able to survive unless
Like Infest.
Tusk saves. Yeah, like
Infest
one
Earth
Infest bomb
Spirit
and you're
or
just
Sand King.
deleted. Yeah. That's basically like EG's win condition.
Is
It's
Sven
just fine.
Is Sven okay? Oh, he's been hitting creeps. He's fine.
He's fine. Did he even clear it? I feel like he didn't.
No.
Yeah.
And it feels like Vici want to play the 5-man much more heavily than EG do. Like EG can side lane push much nicer with Chen. Earth Spirit Sand King have pretty decent maneuverability. I guess Vici have Stampede.
The thing is, like, Vici don't want to 5-man until they're ready.
Yeah.
And EG is just taking advantage of that and grouping up to take these tier 1s as early as they can. Like, they're putting a lot of pressure. They haven't done it in the last couple minutes, but, you know.
DY is a god, by the way.
Yeah, look at this stack.
Put him in your fantasy teams.
Do you get points for stacks?
Yeah, if your card has it. Oh yeah, you do. But if your card has it, you get bonus as well. But Obs Ward's camp stacks for DY gets just like 1,000,000 points.
I don't have the patience for that shit. I'm not opening all those packs. I'm not roll. I don't.
Opening those packs is miserable.
I just don't care enough to open. them.
I'm on the same boat. I just.
It's a cool idea if they just like opened or something. If there was an open all, I would maybe. Is that part of the strategy, Suns fan?
What?
Why don't they have an open all button?
I ask myself that question every year.
It's so you have like a physical attachment to the thing you've opened, right? Like it's why they don't have open all on the compendium or battle pass items because they want you to click it have the
That
sort of the
feeling.
visceral, you know, impact of like, oh, I've attained
roll.
something.
Psychological.
Oh, looks like he's very dead.
Found him.
Don't even need to extend the stun. You know, we were talking about that tier 1 pressure. They just, out of nowhere, all 5 heroes show up.
They do have a good push.
They actually just have like we can see everything on the map, and I didn't even notice they were grouped up. You know, like look at how prepared they were for that tier 1 push. It was Tuss dying, and that was it.
4K net worth, despite being 3-3 in hero kills.
Towers, man. Top tier 1, mid tier 1.
Like
And just the lanes. I mean, they just slaughtered the lanes, man.
It's
In terms of CS, at least.
It was actually so funny, but Sven was hitting this jungle camp for over like a minute, and then he couldn't clear it, and then now Dusa is taking part of it as a group effort now.
That never feels
When
good.
your +1, +2 are farming literally the same camps. Doesn't feel so great.
That's still a lot of ancients.
Be okay.
It'll be fine.
Okay, that's this whole game is literally, is paparazzi okay?
He came here, he used everything.
Like, he still has sub 4K net worth when Lesh is
Medusa
like,
took
closing
almost
on
all of it.
6. Yeah.
Random question. Look at the gank here potentially. Oh, Burrow Strike not there in time. It's a snowball. Beautiful time.
Nice shot.
But it won't be enough. It's a Hadouken. Takes him out.
All sorts of
when
shit
we click
flying
on an enemy hero, or the dire hero, I should say, look at the health bar color. This was changed during the sprint cleaning cut. Is this off-putting for anybody? Just me.
Nah,
It's very off-putting.
I think it's fine. It's just something you'll get used to. Like, it makes sense overall. You know what I mean?
Sunsman, are there any changes that you hated that now you're used to and don't mind?
Yeah, probably most of it.
Yeah.
Okay, the whole game.
Every patch is like, oh, I hate that. Like when Quick Cast came out, I was livid. I hated it. Now I just don't care.
Uh-oh, Ori gets off the ultimate before he loses all the mana.
there's the
the
combo.
Warlock ult. Can they get more out of this? They'll find at least one. It's that high-priced
The
target.
turn, though.
Sumail's in, doing a lot of damage. DY falls next. They'll find another in
2
Fade.
for 1.
You remember that thing I said where you like walk in and feel like a god?
That was it.
Or they get more?
He's out of mana though.
Oh, the setup,
the
the chain
epicenter.
stuns. Now the epi back in. They'll have to do it without the lifestealer, but EG cleaning house, the mop and bucket all over VG Game.
So they spend everything. Warlock ult onto Lifestealer to get the kill, and EG just have so much more left in the tank. S4's reinitiation, like he's just spam pinging on people saying, let's go back in.
That's the power of that sandstorm. Like they all had to fight in that confined area. They're just like constantly walking back and forth. Like look at the damage dealt by Sand King.
Yeah.
Right? He's just straight up carrying that team fight.
So it looked like the rest of EG wanted to retreat, like full on peel back. And S4 just like, nah, come back in, boys.
He's going to have Veiled Blink in another 30 seconds or so.
This is that build that Jenkins really likes, the Veil build. You Veil them, you Sandstorm, what are they going to do? They either run or they just die trying to fight.
I like it as well. I just like Veil in general. Has a really easy build-up, really value stats.
Yeah.
It's like a really feel-good. To me, it feels like a better drum.
When they changed like null, tally, Wraithband items to the crown, like
Yeah.
it just feels nicer for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, the best part about it is it gives you armor, and it
Yeah.
gives you life regen, and it gives you stat. Like, it's just sick.
If you were a millennial,
Well, he's just running around, you know, finding kills. Just knows what's going on.
Yule's bots.
Veil's this weird item that I feel like most people don't even know how good it is. Like I have conversations like, is Veil really that good? They look at the stats and they go, oh shit, Veil's got more shit than I thought.
Yeah.
What was the old recipe? Was it double robe of Magi? Helm?
No, double null,
Double.
helm
double-
of iron.
No,
Will.
before the double null.
Oh, before that, it was,
I think it was
helm,
robe of Magi, right?
helm, double robe of magi.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna jump here. Link.
Set
Roll
up.
in. And they get him. Yeah, they get
Oh,
him.
no
So
mana.
much damage, man.
Not gonna get the Stone Gaze off here. Easy dead Dusa.
Yeah, that's a level
Look
one
at
mana
S4
shield.
pinging. S4's just like, go, go, go.
Like, what are they gonna do, right?
He knows.
He has
There's
a
no
blink
Warlock
stun.
ult.
I just got sent.
There's no Centaur ulti either. Roll in.
It's a disaster for Vici.
Stun after stun after stun. He's silenced now.
That's the great thing about Lesh, right? You've got no reliance on cooldowns. As long as you've got mana,
Yeah.
you've got damage.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, Sumail already has boosted travel. Like, he's just gonna be everywhere, putting so much pressure on them.
You think that's too greedy?
It's
This
not
early?
if you're this far ahead.
8K at 15 minutes.
Especially on a hero like Lesh. Like, he's super squishy, so being able to kite people.
It's like I think it's like less to do with the kiting in this situation, but the fact like if you look at his team, he has such a strong front line for him. right? You have a really farm Sand King, you have a Life Stealer, you have Earth Spirit. Like, he doesn't really have to be afraid.
But
And
like
then-
with an allied stun, it acts like a blink. It acts like a Yule's blink, right?
Yeah,
you can
oh, that's
self
true,
Yules
yeah.
and you can run away if you've got Sand King Burrow or an Earth Spirit.
and you have a
Ball.
Chen on top of that.
True.
so.
Yeah.
Now Arteezy's getting closer to a Radiance, so the old Midas Radiance, standard build.
All I can think
For so
about this
many
game
years.
is Paparazzi's time spent in the jungle versus what he got out of it.
Look at his net worth, man. Is he okay? Is he okay?
Is he okay?
Is he okay?
Going in. Roll.
Yules and run away. Or maybe not.
Right?
Fight
No.
comes into
Here
effect
comes the
again.
heals. Is there a Hand of God? There is not.
Already used it. Oh no, he didn't.
No, he got chain stunned.
Oh.
Yeah. He used the mech first.
Well, 1 for 1, but that definitely favors Vici.
Yeah. I mean, Sumail's a huge kill.
But then you look at the waves and where the map is, and Vici is still at a deficit. Like they've got 5 heroes in their
I mean,
jungle.
their deficit is essentially just Sven's terrible farm, really.
Sumail hasn't died yet, right?
He just died.
He just died. That's a good one.
He has not died, though.
That was first.
Oh, they're going back in. They don't even need Sumail. The scariest thing is if Vici decide to turn this around,
Oh man, Crit's
Sumail
wild.
will be back.
Crit's wild.
I mean, what do they really have to be afraid
Well, that
of?
was a quick quick
If they don't
snowball.
have Warlock ult, I think that's the only big threat. I guess Fatal
Oh,
Bonds
Crit's
is
real wild.
a little scary.
What?
Okay,
My
this is a man on a mission here.
I mean, it's whatever.
Nah.
Look, Sumail's in now.
This is where the boost
That
of
was
travel
just- that was
comes in
just
handy.
zoning.
Now you're just pushing again.
Zoning for that sweet tier 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's super worth it if they get it here.
What's the Gary strat, right? He already did the math. He knew he was going to die, so he got him to waste their spells on
See?
him.
Calculated.
And honestly, with crit, it could be.
What do you guys think of comeback mechanics for Sven? Like, is he a good comeback hero?
Oh.
He's okay. The reason why I think he's okay is because
If you stack for him or something?
no, it's not even about the stacking. It's like he doesn't really need that much to contribute a lot if the circumstances are good for him, right? Because like with just BKB and Echo Saber, if he ults, cleaves like 3 times, he's already done more than what he may or may not have done with more farm. you know?
Or like with a blink stun, he's a guy with blink stun.
Yeah. I do see what you mean, though, Suns fan, in the sense that he feels like a hero that you really want to be ahead. Like, you play from ahead with this hero, and that's when he just takes over the game and feels really powerful. It feels like in this match, he's just one mistake away from being useless.
Yeah, it
He's
felt
also
like he was
one
meant
good
to make
fight away
space.
from getting a shit ton of net worth.
Yeah.
I mean, the nice thing is he has Medusa on his team, right? And he also has Warlock on his team. So, like, having these heroes just make it so that his net worth is, like, not as bad. Like, obviously, you want to be farmed as Sven, right? That's, like, the whole point. But by having Fatal Bonds and the Stone Gaze of anyone that's stoned and people are Fatal Bonded, your cleave is just going to do that much more damage.
What do you guys think about Midas Sven? Is that at all being utilized these days? Not getting it here, but this isn't the best example.
Not as prevalent as it used to be, I'd say. It still pops up
It's a
from
weird-
time to time.
Because it feels like in some ways you don't need it because you have cleave. In other ways, it does really accelerate you if you get it early. But at the same time, it kind of screws
Well,
up your item timing.
I mean, it gets you to level 12 faster.
That is
it
true.
really depends on the situation, like, of the game. Because
Oh, we got a
you really want the levels as fast as you can because the God Strength is just so good at higher
Yeah.
levels.
I
think it
think it
was-
would be the Radiance.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. The roll in. Nice follow-up stun of the Sand King.
Does he get
DI
stunned off the wall?
low.
Oh, he
Gets
got it
off
off.
the golem, though. Maybe the turn. They bring down crit. Fly also falling quite low. Dusa sustaining for now.
Ooh, that was
Sumail
big.
with the
Half
Yules.
HP on left.
Oh, they do catch Paparazzi.
Sumail
like they're
in
gonna
some
get everyone.
trouble.
Is Arteezy just untouchable in this fight?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Radiance is a big deal.
Oh, and then, yeah, or he's not going to be able to get away. Stunned up.
Big time damage here coming out of the Life Stealer. Ultra kill now for Arteezy.
There's another
Looking
hero.
for another. TP out. Just the Ultra.
You know, after seeing
Need a
Vici get all the Warlock spells off, I thought that was like
Recap.
potentially bad for EG. But
Yeah.
man, the
I
power.
mean, look at the damage done. The
5K
Dire actually
damage.
had a pretty good fight there, all things considered.
That's kind of like the nice thing of about Chen. I wish the recap actually showed you healing done in team fights.
Me too.
You get the heal from Lifestealer passive, right? Feast. Is it amped by Chen?
I think so.
It should be, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure it is, yeah. That's sick.
But like, you know, all that
I
AoE
guess-
damage came out, and then Chen just Hand of God and
But against like Sven and Centaur, having additional heal off Feast, it's pretty disgusting.
20%, that's not nothing. Definitely some extra survivability, some easy Roshan for EG. Man, we really picked some exciting games today. I wonder what's going to happen.
I remember this game now.
Will
Yeah,
EG
there's a
close it out?
there's a real exciting moment later on.
Yeah.
Is there? You guys have actually seen this?
Yeah.
You all lied to me? You all said,
No,
I-
no,
I-
I didn't
did
remember
say.
until literally 30 seconds.
I haven't seen this. Am I the only one who hasn't seen this?
No, I haven't. That's why
I-
I trusted Sunsfan to pick the game so I wouldn't be spoiled today.
I picked this game for a literal 10-second clip that happened.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Why did I put
No,
you
it's
in
real.
charge
It's
of picking the game?
it's real good though. No, it is really, really
I
I
good.
tried to get Gary to do it, and he just walked away from me. He went,
I think this
not
is
for
worth.
me, thanks.
I think it's worth. Did Aegis go to Sumail? Yeah, one of the best Aegis carries in the game.
No, Storm Spirit.
One
said-
of
I
the
said
best.
one
He
of.
He said
said.
one up, not
I
the
think-
I
best.
thought I had him.
Idiot.
there.
Lesh is
Thought.
definitely top 5, for sure.
All right,
Who's
what's the
number
other
one?
5?
Storm's definitely.
Who's the other 5?
Oh, I don't know. I have to think
Spectre.
about it. Spectre.
I mean, no, Spectre's an
Spectre,
incredible
Spectre's
agent.
pretty good at this.
He's good, but not top 5. Come on. There's got to be better.
Can you name another one that's
I-
top
I
5
need-
that isn't Spectre?
I need a hero pool here.
Anti-mage. There we go.
I'm going to say Spectre is
I don't even
6.
think Anti-Mage is that great with...
Anti-Mage.
The reason why I don't think Anti-Mage is that great with Aegis is like...
He's already full slotted.
Yeah, and usually if you're not hitting your item buttons, you're going to die. And then if you do hit your item buttons, you revive without them and you die. So
I can't think of anyone else in my top
honestly,
5 between those
Wait,
three.
there's Medusa. Why isn't Medusa up there? Medusa's good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's probably a top 5er.
I mean, heroes that can take advantage of both the HP and mana specifically, I think.
And like no cool. That's I mean with Lash obviously that's the big thing.
Dyer's middle tower just got knocked
Well.
down.
What about Refresher Shard, huh? That's another discussion.
Enigma.
Yeah. Your Tides, your Void. Void, I don't know. Void or Enigma. You could argue that one for days.
Definitely Enigma. There's actually no argument.
Really?
Yeah, there's actually no argument. Because Midnight Pulse is just too powerful. Like Chronosphere is, you know, it's nice and all, but
Okay, I see what you're saying.
if
You
you,
got the
if
full
you
package.
yeah, if you throw out your Midnight Pulse, it's like, you know,
Full
package.
double midnight.
they can't do anything. They have to fight around it.
Double midnight with an Ags.
Quadruple midnight.
That is an instant death.
That's 200% damage, I'm pretty sure.
I miss universal damage. I don't know about anyone else.
Bottom tower.
No, you're alone in that
No,
one.
okay.
Why would you miss that bullshit
Tinker
mechanic?
March. Tinker March universal damage, killing off ancients.
I
I
hate
loved it.
Tinker.
I
I,
can't even-
hate bullshit exceptions like that. I'm out on the whole thing. The
What
whole
else was
kit and
universal
caboodle.
damage? What else was universal?
Midnight Pulse, Tinker March.
Alchemist was composite.
So was universal basically just pure?
It was basically just pure. It pierced magic immunity.
So what was the difference between pure and?
Well,
Pure-
it was the
pure-
random different like.
Pure didn't necessarily pierce magic
Yeah.
immunity.
Okay.
It just dodged
Yeah, yeah.
armor and.
Yeah, we
magic
definitely
resist.
needed a whole type for that
I
exception.
love
Yeah.
HP removal.
Oh, that was
boy.
beautiful.
That was fun. Necrophos.
What do we have? Huskar spears on himself. Urn. Necro passive.
There's still a lot of HP removal, right? Isn't Venge Wave of Terror?
I thought they changed that.
Did they
one.
change it to magic? now?
They consolidated everything, but they're still technically there, kind of, in a lot of
Yeah,
cases.
okay.
Just to make it less confusing.
Who else had composite damage? Those Beastmaster axes, Lesh Edict.
Alchemist
Elder
stun.
Titan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, ET.
No, Arteezy's
They
just
literally
gonna
had to
pound on
split
this
his
tower.
spell.
But ET still technically has it, right?
Yeah,
he
they
is
just
the
had to
exception. So that was actually a cool buff. Removing that mechanic made Elder Titan way more unique and interesting.
Just like this game we're watching.
Yes.
Look, 3 little centaur courses for the magic resist.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Hey, at least
actually
he's only got
so-
3 instead of
That's
4.
actually so good
hilarious.
Is
against
it
us.
15% each? Or is it 10%?
I forgot how the math adds up.
It's multiplicative. Multiplicatively.
It is
right?
multiplicative.
Okay. So it should be
It's
what is
10%,
that like
right?
1 point?
10%. I think.
So if it's multiplied, that means it's what?
It's like
1 point.
diminishing returns on each additional one. I can't do
Or is it like
math, but-
17% or something?
Hey, he's got 47%. There you go.
I need numbers.
47.
3.
I need exact numbers.
9.2.
I always knew you were a PoE player.
Oh, that's true.
I
yeah.
can smell them.
He needs the pop-ups.
I need the numbers. So EG, you gonna do something here, or
Don't worry, it'll happen, Zyori.
I don't know what's going to happen, but you're
Don't
teasing.
you
They are
worry.
playing the plateau.
I swear, if all they do is get cliffed,
If this is like
No,
last
no,
game,
no,
I
no,
can't
no,
tell
no.
if you're actually serious
all-
or if you're just doubling down on our last game.
If I said it, it's serious.
I'm just going to say, and some people that are watching probably understand what it is. It's one of the best moments at TI ever.
oh, damn.
Whoa.
Okay, I'll take your word for that.
Okay.
And I can get more specific once it
No, that's enough. All right, so we got
Oh,
a
they're
little
going
team
in.
fight here. Pretty big
Look at that
commitment.
heal.
Buyback available on the Tusk.
Look at this. Look at this patient play. They take the tower. They're going to go into the shrine. Not going to take any risks. Not going to test the buyback.
They have the option for mid, option for going back bot. Who's pushing top?
And they still have
Lesh?
Aegis at this point, right?
They've got Lesh. Well, they've,
Right.
they've got Chen,
Nope, gone.
so bring it
Okay.
back.
Okay, that's why they backed out then. That makes sense.
It's what makes Chen so nice. Like having Lesh just push out top lane, you can drag him back whenever you want.
So, Vici, what's the play? Is this like Hail Mary smoke time? Are we at that point? I guess they still have barracks, so maybe not quite, but they know how dire this situation is. They've barely left their base.
Hold as many ramps as you can. Try to wait until next Roshan.
Yeah, I don't think with this lineup you want to like, catch
Oh.
people outside. Ooh, nice attempt to dodge, but not going to be enough. Here comes the ultimate.
absolutely
Ooh,
no
look at that
mana
bait.
right
I
now.
like that a lot.
Need to follow up. Sven in the fray, but does he have the damage? He's swinging the sword. Down goes
Got
Arteezy. Sumail also
Gets
in some
Sumail.
trouble.
Vici comeback.
EG, write a check. Their asses can't cash.
Oh, they're going to get more as well. You see, that's what I'm talking about, though. You know, Sven, just 2 items. In the right circumstances, he will do enough damage because of how the hero
That was even without a blink, too. That was
like
poverty Sven.
400 damage with 2 items.
And it's like a prime
Can we get
example.
the recap? Can we see the Sven damage?
It's like a prime example of why teams have
Even
started.
the highest.
Like teams,
Centaur, my boy.
like teams very rarely like defend their high ground straight up anymore. Like if their enemy's on their shrine, bot shrine, they'll go to like their top shrine to try and wait for the swing.
Yeah.
So you can like defending 2 or 3 ramps is better than just holding 1, like on your high ground in your base.
I think one of the main reasons is just because like there's a lot of respect for all the teams nowadays, and they know people are going to siege correctly. So if you're like prepared to defend in your base, your enemy is also prepared for that,
Yeah.
kind of defense.
Like you have defender's advantage with buybacks, but you're always going to be at a deficit because you can't make a jump
Yeah.
unless your opponents allow you to when they're pushing.
And it's like really rare that happens.
Yeah.
Does that even really matter, though? It's still a 13K deficit. I feel like EG are still handily in control of this game despite losing that fight.
It gives Vici breathing room for the Deucer.
I think it's actually still pretty significant. Like if you were to look at a probability, I think with 13%, it's maybe like
Okay.
65-35, 60-40.
Seems Dota Plus agrees with you.
Well, I mean, it said 75, but
Well,
close
it dropped down.
that
though.
was dropped down. Okay.
It's like Dota Plus is back online. That's good news.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
So what do you think, Suns fan?
Yes.
Just in general, how do you feel? What are you doing?
I love watching Sumail play Goatman.
You're still on that.
No,
Huh?
once he gets to this point where he gets like this item, I guess.
Wait a
triggers his
second. I just saw
assist.
S4
Under attack.
queue up ads.
Radiant's bottom
Oh.
tower has
Who?
hung its
Sand
last
King?
There it is.
Yeah,
you
that's-
guys were
that's a
talking
good
some
egg.
smack about that egg. So, Eosin, were you
Okay,
the
thank goodness
naysayer?
he changed it.
Wait, you don't like
I'm,
Sand King Egg?
of course I'm going to talk crap about it. Dude, there are so many better items that he could be getting at this point.
I got ganged up on her. I was on a panel with 3 Sand King Aghanim I didn't know how to defend myself.
I didn't even know those existed.
Yeah, they said it's overrated because Sand King doesn't need reach, and if he has a blink and a force staff, that's better than the Aghanim.
No. That's all right. Now you're making stuff up. All right, let us clarify. It's not that great because the timing for it is like really, really weird because there are just too many better items that Sand King needs.
So Aghanims is not a core item on Sand
It's
King.
not a core item.
I agree with that statement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I like it too. Like if anyone can get it,
I don't think
it
it's
feels-
bad.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's core.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's one of the best eggs in the game.
Ooh, spicy.
I think it's a top 20 eggs.
All right, I'm gonna have to write a new list.
I think Jenkins said something to the tune of, I mean, it seems cool, but it just kind of sucks. I think
Yeah.
that's like pretty close to a direct
I think
quote.
there was like 6 months where people weren't picking it up ever, and people
Yeah.
really started to hate on it. And then one person picks it up and had an amazing game, and everybody has a different opinion.
When you could apply core stick to like PL illusions, that's when it was at its prime.
Okay, that's just
That was broken.
that is just broken. That's like a If you make a mistake as a PL, you're just
Direct
instantly
hard
dead.
counter, yeah, you're gone.
Instantly dead.
Here we go, an aggro play from VG on the backside of the Dusa. They want to take a fight.
Yeah, it's the 30-minute. Medusa's ready. Let's go and try and brute force something.
The old college try.
This is this is the most EG thing. This exact position.
Yeah, the EG high ground.
This
right?
is the EG
Yeah.
high ground.
I mean,
It's like
hard
EG
enough to
and
kill
OG.
Lifestealer.
Like OG love it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time they did this, they expended everything on Arteezy. They killed him, but then they lost, right?
Yep. Looking at this Lifestealer, like, just a solo Lifestealer.
Kind of actually.
It's
is.
actually very transparent what's going on right here.
But you
Yeah,
don't see
sure,
the
sure.
Lesh, you don't see the Sand King. EG spooked.
Now he's got evasion on top of that.
And now he's got a Basher coming.
I think Medusa is actually caught up to the point where she's gonna just go for MKB probably. No, she's got a butterfly queued up.
I mean, they don't really have a great MKB carrier. I don't think Lifestealer ever really wants to buy that item. He's going to run into slot issues also. Oh, he bought an Armlet this game. Oh, wow, I didn't notice. I love Armlet.
Was that post or pre-Midas?
Probably post, but I'm not
Was
sure.
that post-Radiance? Who was it? Black was very angry that Armlet was picked up after Radiance.
Well, that is a little peculiar.
I feel like it was after. By the way.
Yeah.
But I could have
That's
sworn.
the
Oh, they
game
jump in.
control.
And this is a big target. Are they gonna chain stun enough?
They did it
They're
once
just ignoring
before.
him. They're just ignoring him. They're going for the backline.
Yeah, with that BKB and Stone Gaze.
They have no snowballs here.
It's not even popped
Wait, what
yet,
do you mean
actually.
Stone Gaze? Oh,
That
it's
is
finally
fun.
used now.
Ori might live, though, on the run. Spence popped his
Oh,
BKB.
look at
He's
that.
swinging the sword.
No
Oh, there's
buyback.
no buyback either.
Buyback available on the Tusk, though. He has used it.
Here
Now
comes
Crit.
Arteezy. He's a hungry boy.
He's going to get chased down. Arteezy now charging
1v4.
forward. He's a madman.
Hello?
I think he's okay.
All right, follow up from S4. They've got a little bit of breathing room. Now down, brought low.
Jump in.
Arteezy will survive.
Oh, the great escape.
Can S4
Cast
make
this,
it out?
Alright, go hype. Go hype, buddy.
Go big
I
man,
don't
go big
know.
now.
I don't know. Arteezy jumps out. He
1v5.
grabs one. There's no way this Lifestealer is going
I
to
can
do
see
it.
it.
Kill two.
He
I
grabs
can
two.
see this.
Kill three.
It might be three.
I can see
now
this.
I see why we've done
I
it.
can see it.
I think there's a rampage
He
coming.
bashes the Warlock when he's TPing.
That is
You
ridiculous.
cheeky bastard.
How the fuck did that happen? Run it back. Run it back and show that to
Rewind.
me in halftime. I got to see this again.
Rewind.
Seriously, how did that happen? That was an actual 1v5.
Lifesteal
I
a
have no
feast,
idea.
man, against Centaur and Sven. He just, like, lifesteals 300 HP per hit. It's insane.
All right, so they jump in here. This is where the great escape happens. It's pretty close.
Jumps inside S4.
All right.
Goes up high ground.
Up to the high ground we go. Let's see this little Sand King go. So Arteezy jumps out early. They finish off the Sand King.
Okay, he's gonna kill FaZe.
Right.
Like, watch him lifesteal.
And then he
up
starts
this, dude.
lifesteal off of.
Click on the
Sven.
lifestealer. Just watch his HP go up.
Killing spree.
Okay, it's still going up.
Oh, yeah, Centaur.
He's just
Tasty.
unkillable.
Tasty treat.
Double kill.
And
Wow.
look at DY.
This
It's
bash,
like,
the bash on the TP.
What do I do?
Absolutely sells it.
Okay, I'm out, boys. I'm
First
gonna
hit bash,
live.
first hit bash, first hit bash.
Ultra.
No, it's
he
a
even-
second hit, but
no,
still.
He pump faked.
He
pumped
canceled
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
he canceled it? Oh.
Perfect.
He was priming. That's called
priming.
priming
Yeah,
the bash.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Priming
this
the
has to
bash.
be, if not the best, it's one of the best rampages of all time, I think.
So good.
Wow.
Right? It has to be.
Dude, I was not ready for that at all. I was like falling asleep in this game, and it just comes out of nowhere.
I can't speak for the rest of the games, Iori, but that moment I feel like was.
I mean, from there on, like, the game's over. VG just, like, demoralized. They got 1v5'd by a life.
I mean, look at the net worth. It's sort of true. He's
You know, at first when he jumped into the Sand King, I thought it was gonna be a S4 makes an insane escape.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then when I saw him get caught, I was like, wait a second. This is probably where it's
It
gonna
clicked
happen.
I've
after
seen
he
this
got the
before.
first kill. That was about the moment. It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now we get a free Roche out of it.
Textbook Dota now. What Roche is this? Is this a synth or no? Is this just two? Aegis cheese. It should be pretty textbook for EG to close out of this one. You've got a raid boss in your front lines, and there's a goat just doing damage in the back. You know, you calling him the GOAT just makes me think greatest of all time every time I see Lash now.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's the point. That's what he's after.
He might actually be. Who is the like most like strongest Dota hero all time across all patches in Dota 2? Who's like, if you were to try to average it out, who has historically been the most broken hero?
Bat Rider,
I would.
Rubik.
No, I would say it's Enigma.
Wisp.
I would say it's Enigma.
Enigma?
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all, like he's never been at the, like he's never always been at the super top tier.
But he
with-
always comes
he's
to
always
LAN
average
events
But
high.
without fail, he will always show up at LAN.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good answer. You got a topper for that, Sunsfan?
I have to think. Come back to me.
Okay, circling back.
Pangolier. Just kidding. Although that hero is amazing.
This is a really fun.
I feel like I tend to think of like heroes back from Dota 1 even.
In
I
most-
really think it's Wisp.
Most broken, or most
That's
like
a good
most,
answer.
most prolific, or most broken, or
Like, if you were just to try to come up with a metric for like, all right, this meta, this hero was like #1 most broken. Just average that out over all time, all patches. You know,
I mean, most broken. I'd say Meepo has always been like
that's not a bad answer.
like
That's
for individual players. It's always been
He's
like
like a
broken
game
hero.
ruiner,
Like, it's
yeah.
it's a last pick. Hey, I'm a Meepo.
I'm gonna agree with you, Zaire.
Wisp.
Yeah.
Something about that relocate mechanic.
Just consistently always amazing.
Wisp was also a good answer.
Rarely
But I
bad.
think heroes like Oracle that have like a disarm, a spell immunity, a root, a nuke, a heal, 2 dispels. I think that's kind of broken.
But he was in the dumpster for like a long time. I remember
don't
the
even-
first Midas mode, Oracle was like the joke. Okay, who's gonna get stuck with Oracle? He was like on discount sale, dude.
Radiant's top tower.
Was there any like major value changes, or was it just like people just didn't know how to play it?
It was just based on like popularity and win rates and pubs and stuff like that.
I think it's just.
And then it fluctuated throughout the tournament based on if the tournament picked and won or lost or whatever.
Oh, look at that!
So
the
many
force
power
and
stats.
the kick.
Oh, and then here
my.
comes Abyssal. He doesn't have any mana.
He
Can't
actually
even
lived
stone
through
gate.
that.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
he
it
can't
doesn't.
do anything.
I don't think it's that important that he lives through it because like now.
Gave you down.
now
He
he's
didn't waste Stone Gaze though. It's a minor victory.
Hutties is
you're
just
right.
gonna hit buildings.
You're right.
though.
That's actually pretty important. He wanted up to mana, so.
Yeah, this is a free melee. I mean, he has to go back to get mana anyway.
And it's still bad. VG are in big trouble, but
I mean, they lost when it was 1v5. Let's be real.
They lost when Paparazzi had 4K net worth at like 20.
Yeah,
that's true. This is. Can we get net worth real quick? What is the Sven at right now? Just out of curiosity. He's recovered a little bit, but
There's still a big drop off.
12K behind lifesteal.
For a 30-minute game,
there's
this
no
is
catching him now. He's going to
Poverty,
jump in,
poverty.
obliterate the Dusa. It's a decent ult from the Warlock. They've got some follow-up, but VG sustaining enough. They will lose Fly. Now they're going to lose their Earth Spirit. But VG are out of gas, and the Evil Geniuses will hang on. Sumail just focus in structures. He's looking for barracks.
1v4 them again. Go on.
Go on.
Get in there, my son.
And no buyback on Medusa. Should do it.
Okay. Wow. There it is. GG. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a privilege to witness the greatest moment in TI history as dubbed by Sunsfan.
That's not what I said.
Isn't that what
You
you
put
said?
a lot of words in a
Isn't
lot
that
of
what you
people's
said?
I
mouths.
said it's one of the best.
He said one of the best ramps.
Easily the top 3 rampage of all time.
All right, what's the
Oh,
other two?
No, well,
Huh?
What's the other two?
I don't know. That's just. You think I know that?
I'm sure
actually-
there's some
No,
other good ones
the
out
reason
there.
I say that is because I'm not saying it's definitively the best of all time because it's group stage, but it is still TI, and it was a literal 1v5. That has to be minimum top 3.
It was good. I mean, I agree. It was good. I just enjoy,
You like my rankings?
Yeah, I enjoy making fun of you every
This
time
is
you're
easily the worst conversation I've ever.
like. Well, you got to give it a number.
Number 1 worst of all time.